Hello, this is Brian Newman again on 5G Brio. In the news and in many telecom discussions among industry analysts, 5G carriers are often heard talking about their low band, high band, and mid-band spectrum. They brag about having more C-band coverage than others and providing better 5G service. Why is that important? And why would a company want more mid-band spectrum? Hold on, and I'll explain ahead. Here I want to provide you with some insight in today's 5G radio frequency bands, the RF bands, and what it all means to you using 5G. First, let's have a short lesson on radio wave propagation. This is really an abbreviated lesson, so don't worry too much about what radio frequency waves are, but what you do need to know is this. Generally, higher radio frequency waves travel shorter distances. Think of your microwave oven. It sends high energy radio waves short distances to warm food. So it will pop your popcorn in the oven, but not across the room. Don't try this, by the way. Higher frequencies need a lot of energy, and they are more impacted by objects in their path. So for high-frequency radio waves, trees and bushes, buildings, even weather can impact how far they travel and how much bandwidth they deliver. Because of their long wavelength, low-frequency radio waves can diffract over obstacles. They can adjust and bend around them, maybe even pass through them. So longer wavelengths can travel longer distances, but they just can't carry as much bandwidth when it comes to data. They don't have as much energy. So what does this have to do with 5G RF bands? Let me show you. When it comes to 5G coverage by RF bands or radio frequency bands, it's a 4-layer wedding cake. I'm going to start at the bottom and build each layer. The first layer is satellite. Companies like Starlink and OneWeb are utilizing spectrum in the 1.5 to 1.9 megahertz range to extend 5G coverage over a large area, globally in fact. This will provide service virtually anywhere on the planet to end users and their devices. Download speeds may be around 100 megabits per second or higher. This will be great for travelers and remote users. The second layer of this 5G cake is low-band spectrum. This is generally radio frequency bands lower than 1 gigahertz. This Earth-based 5G can cover several miles or kilometers. It just cannot provide a lot of bandwidth. Bandwidth is around 250 megabits per second, and low-band 5G will provide Internet of Things connectivity for small devices and rural access to broadband connectivity through fixed wireless access. So there will be some broadband opportunities for rural communities. The third layer is mid-band spectrum. This is currently the most coveted bandwidth because it provides significant urban coverage and also significant bandwidth. Speeds are around 1.5 gigabits per second. That's for the download. This is very beneficial to smartphones, connected devices, and heavy media users. This is where the C-band exists in the US in the 3.7 to 3.98 gigahertz range, and where recently US carriers paid over $80 billion in an FCC auction. This is the most popular band for 5G deployment worldwide. That's the mid-band range. Finally, the top layer of this cake is millimeter wave 5G spectrum, and this is in the 24 to 40 gigahertz range. With a lot of energy in those waves, download bandwidth could reach 10 gigabits per second. Yet the coverage here is mostly urban centers, dense urban centers, manufacturing facilities, those highly industrial facilities, and campuses. The point I want to make here with this 5G wedding cake is that 5G coverage will be comprehensive and available no matter where you are in the world. However, where you are will likely dictate the amount of bandwidth you end up receiving. The key takeaway here is that 5G operates on different bands and could conceivably provide near complete coverage no matter where you are in the world. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button below. And if you have other comments or other suggestions, please provide them in the comments below as well. Thank you for being part of 5G Brio.